have opted for mathematics in school or college, forget for a while that you hate the subject, and perhaps this perspective will help you indulge in it a bit more. Math and music are often perceived as contrasting. However, they are rather complementary. For example, several mathematicians and scientists make excellent musicians. To name a few, Brian May from Queen, Johnny Buckland from Coldplay, as well as Mahesh Kare and Dr. Ashwini Bhede Deshpande, both of whom I have had the honor to meet. For the longest time, music was regarded as a mathematical science. Rameau was the greatest French music theorist of the 18th century, and he said, "Music is a science which must be determined by rules. These rules must be drawn from a principle which should be evident, and this principle cannot be known without the help of mathematics." Beethoven spent most of his musical career going deaf. It's cruel, I know, but that obviously did not hinder him. Instead of listening to the notes, he pictured them. One of his most famous compositions, the Moonlight Sonata, sounds quite simple. But the reason behind the simplicity is slightly complicated. The piece opens with a C-sharp minor chord, which consists of the notes C-sharp, E and G-sharp. And so, the notes of the opening melody are G-sharp, C-sharp and E. These three notes have different frequencies, but when you observe the sound wave on a graph, you will notice that they form a geometric progression, hence making the sound otherworldly. Now, one day after having practiced math, I took out my accompanying instrument and sat down to practice music. As I did so, I noticed a stark resemblance between the patterns I was singing and the chapter that I was doing, permutations and combinations, which essentially translates to selection and arrangement. To explain quickly, to the best of my ability, I can choose a set of numbers. Let's take 1, 2 and 3. This is a combination, and I can arrange these numbers using the formula NPR. This would give me 6 permutations, that is, patterns. Similarly, if I take 4 numbers, I will get 24 patterns. To explain practically, let me take a combination of numbers. 1, 2, 3, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 2, 5, 4, 3, 2, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In music, this would translate to Sa re ga sa ma ga re sa pa sa re ga ma pa re ga ma re pa ma ga re dha re ga ma pa dha, and so on. This is how I was able to manifestly witness the similarities for myself. Another rather ordinary example would be that sometimes in math we need to go beyond the given formula. The quadratic equation, that is, the quadratic formula, that is x is equal to minus b plus minus root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a, doesn't always work. So we work our way around it. Likewise, in Indian music, we need to go beyond the defined rules. While musicologists such as Pandit V.N. Bharkande and Pandit V.D. Paluskar have set the fundamentals for us, they are meant for guidance, not restriction. We have a rag called Charukeshi, which goes Sa re ga ma pa dha ni sa sa ni dha pa ma ga re sa. However, it does not fit under any one of the 10 parent scales in Hindustani classical music. But in its own way, it stands out spectacularly. James Sylvester once said, "Music is the dream and mathematics the working life." I depend on math more than I would like to admit. And if you're a music student, you're likely to as well. Thank you.